Yama munyina kwa babiem emfa emra badwam dwumade so on Adom TV live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119, Multi TV Dig Box and so you live and so on medin dia kwese ensia empenfo atenase betwe enkomo honorable Ebenezer Telabi a member of parliament Madisha Lower Menya Krobo in the eastern region. Then honorable Michael Kofi Ochri Befi, member of parliament Madisha New Jabin South constituency or in the eastern region. Honorable, what are you? Yami said now church here. What's going to say?
Yami Adom Boko.
Okay. A man for sure anymore.
Say,
more sure him say. Now they come and penny up come. Say, baby.
Yes. And okay, Obia pe so be konani. And it no oka me tuntune. Yeah. Your bompa say no papa bi beba. Na yesu ye nya kwan na. Ya sumgana. But adibako no say the ohia pa ne say wetumi aba parliament.
Yeah.
And no na mafo asoma say brabe. Hia kan de nyame pe no de kan ma. So omanpanyi eta kan kuma na waye di amount ntino. Ye bompa.
Yes.
We be say yesum.
Honorable Michael Kofi Ochri Befi Kofi you have to say.
We are still doing well. Kofi dia ekoso enyi. Ye pese ye ho an no.
Okay.
And then muni panso nyame adom nyame Israel. And then mun penifo nyame adom nyame Israel. Di krono ekonanim.
Okay. So one question omuchemu.
Ede ho de ya chemu da.
Ya chemu ya.
Miensa ana.
Mienu.
You
got me north and south. Me gidi say nchi bi say ya be metropolitan area. I'm sure because it's long overdue. Say yeah, constituency it's likely say New Japan South that be.
Oh, okay.
Which you know I know. Near the ya binya central car.
Oh, south and north no.
South.
Yeah. What I tell you, minimum so what Obuasi incident now.
Yes.
The Mampania called for investigation.
That's right.
Into it through a statement issued by the acting spokesperson to the president, Felix Kwachi Ofusu Honorable. Say, Edmund ye Anglo good Ashanti for and for one a wooden hawker. Now one day planning sono on chom. Na a fee and Fimu and son coso. Me who baby to two on a chassis a day a free. A soldier for so Ghana Armed Forces for so about 1 2 but to just say. A woman for self-defense. Because when a boura angry with for a shimo no mukuta, a two, your musani, a good soldier force, and also so a bomb a bind. Now the Anglo Grashani for some dear. The Yamia said, or Mojme for Moye. My Busian Suyako, Emma Moshade. But I believe you see a queer and miano. Something of this nature in Sibia.
Yo, Minia Midasi, Mechia, or Moshea, Hefona. Me constituency for me paying for you now. I feel so no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Michiano. Yeah. Michiano. Me mani trinkwa. And Rami who so called. Sorry, Opambo. Me need the way only GD4. Okay. A 2 and more. We need a show. Yeah. The name say be help with shaping the governance. Sure. Yes. The American first they say it's very unfortunate say such a thing ebe koso. Na families are omalusu omo ma me say ekunumu kura wo.
Yeah.
Me ma wo nyina yakọ. Me ma wo yakọ na miti as see and we cry document bi wo dami many more how share the impact of mining near on our environment now share bese now in South Africa something similar happened woman so no illegal miners no eko bo share eko ra one of the tunnels illegally. Na South Africa for one more no more be a one year. She said, yeah, maybe I will she say, yeah, Pam woman war on one. Yeah. The only first or only track and him. Now, the other kind of track light. Ensure. No more ensure. Na a quiet alcohol no won't be see. Okay. There was a time near Casa about Bakati Hill. Now we're concerned about the air cost of one. And I can say there is one thing. It won't be here say a now I think that I want to give thumbs up to Parliament. Say last year we were able to pass the Environmental Protection Authority bill. Yeah. Ebema EPA awode na obetimi di all institutions ewo Ghana ha no obetimi di wo court based on their omo adwuma omo ya affect the environment no asase ni we ni ade no makati yo ye nyina na ye kasa obi akosi dan wo ho obi akoyese wo ho no na ye bisa say if all the institutions no omo wo headmaster bi and I say obi a o policy or more activities or policy highways for activity or policy electricity for activity or policy water for and say na mo be extending water to that top where we ho no mo as I say EPA for omo seek omo consent mo ko here without them and they can take you to court because mo activities e ho no mo no is impacting negatively and it is an existential threat to community na wo ho no mo because ade no ko yenim say ho no kra ye earthquake prone ko hwese na wo mu tu abo na manfo sidan wo soro ho no mo ni ade nyina no bi say nipa wo mo ho no mo no wo me ye nipa na nenso no wo be kono na Ghana water akoba wo nsuo electricity corporation akoba wo power na wo ma fa kwan bi so no wo ma Ghana highways so na wo me de kwan akọ no mo then we sit back and we continue to complain. We need that headmaster no. And you can find that in the authority bill now you pass it this year no. Okay. Me did say last year. Yeah, but last year no. Yeah no. I can understand the fear. Other ministries need agencies no. One complaints near there. Nobody is coming to take over Wamejuma. But we are going to monitor Wamejuma na Wamoye no. The impact of every activity on this environment of ours. And you know, I make the course was South African. Yeah. I think it is harsh. Okay, the course na say one kati issue I call underground one kati no maybe no kura wu ni ade wo. I don't think say a yadipa. But you see when you push the people to the wall, no, that is what is going to happen. Obuasi there no. I am happy say Omanpenyi aba out. Abe can say woman investigation in the money more. Now Anglo good woman taking responsibility of woman pra woman healthcare ni cost ni ade nyina dey so take because unim MMP no say dey am me dwe ni say baby ankofo no go so go rat tunnel no yeah omo ko baby a mines no underground no go right yeah ya na me bisa say we share the whole of Obuasi the impact of mining e wo hono no almost non-existent but we share abrofo na wo be start here no wo mu lifestyle kama me say omo ba omo fa gold no na omo di de omo be di na omo ye no omo bi temporary no omo bi wo krom ho no ma de aka no omo so aye den e de ko yeah ba wo hwe de ekoso na I believe say it me transit after this investigation say it me transit na ye hwe na ye hwe wo mu gold deposit no ye assessment if it means adding all on more hands. So they make an answer. Yeah. Mun fe bi nka ho. Na wo mo young boys here go rural. If you employ them, legally employ them.
Yeah.
As I say, miti bako say to pay the ombedi ni ade ni we ni nyina. Certainly Chrome when you be an betimi aye adwuma wo man show one. But we must yen pe kwan ye betimi ama a Chrome no and so I have a feel of normal na ye to if Chrome no.
Yeah.
Because South Africa is happening because we say we too gold now. What they call one find ye bibia wo mo hono mo sa hanso na hanom no bebre team can say u call Obuasi a those days no kai u call Obuasi a obeka say hono abruchire but those days no we younger anti no na ye nim kwa say edan na o msibu wo na enua dan ni we na de but they were living good omo wo tennis court omo wo they were living like omo wo Europe na amanfo na omo wo hono so omo hu omo lifestyle no and you know so one no who said this is how the people are omo exploiting your go no omo a live na definitely they also be challenged say ah yenso yenko ebisa
yeah
and you know for the sake of equity any fairness you know the MMS say this investigation I welcome it a lot na as I say trans now you see your security services no they shouldn't be too trigger happy because say one go investigation you know ebetumi abani say uhwe tu a minus no ekurana you cannot compare it to the soldier for no krano
maybe be almost be free
so they make
Adom Mahama the name
yes certainly but you see and kremo there yes and no to betumi about yeah I mean it's good say what remind me of that but the American say we should find a way. We should find a way. We have come a long way. Because I say, sometimes I don't know whether it's still going on. Open day. Bema camp.
Armed forces.
Armed forces. No, I didn't know. Civilians. Now, so you know, the soldier now or a civilian is just an accoutrement.
Yeah.
Or you two want to say just like you. So I want to bet you about yet so no. And you know, when you see them, no, they are not your enemies. And you know, an issue like this, no, we say the approach from both sides. Ebiana, soldier for no woman to omobo. Ebiana, we no so no woman to omobo. Because
okay, so I mean,
yes,
one of the soldier for now, no more by one of Ekasai. Now, many young permission to meet me in Fanny Tuja.
That's right.
Now, some back one no kind say, he will say a month for a condemn woman in your opportunity to watch.
What was going on?
Of course, they believe that the CCTV camera capture now, they capture.
Yeah.
So investigative team no edgier.
Yeah.
They appreciate
what actually went on.
Yeah, of course. So.
Yes.
So here no say I see. Say me can what have fun say me na me defend it. Yeah. But investigation about out we are.
That's right.
We will understand. Me microphone yeah. Any the level of tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sana mo modru sa level na. O modru yen.
Yeah. But you see, the American say, assembly any one more, this kind of
sure.
Because, Osha, it been more say it's about their survivor.
Yeah.
And Obisu for say it's not protecting the business. Because, when two go now, at the end of the day, no, or my enya husun faso. Individuals no tour, baby or honma, ye enya so
yeah.
And it no, Obia be person be protected. But at the same time, no, because human beings are involved, no, the person can say these things are happening. Me report in Bema. Okay, so many countries are facing such a problem. Now, each country, any circumstances, and all the per acquire over to media solve problem.
Yeah,
because before 2016, now we were looking at alternative livelihood sources for people.
Yeah.
I can tell you, say, some of baby illegal mining. There are a lot of guys. There was before 2016. No, I encountered some of them. These are guys that we polytechnic, and it knowledge.
Yeah.
Generate oxygen. Nobody has share pipe. Nobody has come. Down. And it is all being done by these boys that school woman won him there. And you know, we need to do something as a country.
Okay.
We need to find alternative livelihood, you know, sources for these people. Yeah, but what I want to say also is that to me erasing completely. To me if you if you be a men's woman. But we the civilians now, you say come there now, you should if you recognize the fact say soldier for no woman so you nipa. And you know we must respect each other. Now me did say when call honomo I don't know who they all took fire and face.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Bibima, we must move away from that. Because South Africa, they call to say, nothing we regret it. They call court, after no regret it, say, oh, we shouldn't have taken the oxygen, food supplies near there. You cannot reverse it. And then, oh, woman almost shoot two first. And I answer directly to know the almost shoot into the soldiers and answer almost one shot. What actually happened? Yeah. So woman one shot. Now share the type of two amukra no. We share the type of two amukra compared to yours. 1 year would the sledgehammer be kukum what do you call it? Entuntum, yeah. You will not even see entuntum no nam now with the sledgehammer mekum. We need to be holistic about these things. Oh, yen trust in yen hwe. Na yen ye hu enkasa, especially in the mining areas, no. We need to do something more. You see, unfortunately, no. Yeah. Unfortunately, minia. Adibakun say what hono say. Womu sum ta boy see the call. Womu ko form. The man is very dangerous. Look. Very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. There are people who are sponsoring those activities because it's expensive.
Yeah.
It is very, very expensive. There are people who are sponsoring those activities. We have to find a way. Because they can't be say, oh, share baby, oh, share, F movie machines here. They are very expensive.
Sure.
It is okay who small boy be wo. No, Okrabi, no, the two. No, sponsor no. Obuko anu ma kwa jiska no ediko. Now we share woman kasanka the impact of that on their lives. Who trust in your proper assessment as an individual now. A woman is kakra bi aba. A woman we aba. But the fact is that we need to find a new approach.
Okay.
Now my recommendation they say one. Yemomodian say baby owners of the mines, the large mines na Ghana hanu no.
Yeah.
Womu communities na no womu team no as much as possible no. Womu momodian said we employ members in our community no more than bringing people from because I am mining more than 200 years.
So you share this employment statistics of Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Yeah.
We are starting from 2021.
That's right.
As of 2021, now the working population of Anglo Gold Ashanti is 30,561.
Good.
2022, equal 32,594.
Good.
2023, it declined by 62.49% to 12,227. So maybe
then they are accounting for that.
Can it be said a human call from no?
Very well.
I think be or more pick it up. So say a mebunu na wo honum no. Ebetini me be ase to understand say because enye say na start no.
Very well.
Na numbers no was soro. And na atia ba be do 12,227. Ti ebufo no bi eba ye nkrofo bi ye yi omodi efranymenum. Ebi na adwumawura no so hwe no so ne revenue short for abem. It was what number of employees eso. So maybe we can need to balance it.
Yes, and don't make one say. You see, we are seeing the driver Eddie Asumdue ba baby ani ye enokre.
Yeah.
Truth. And America say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can be during the inaugural speech or say I'll be truthful to the people of Ghana. Now, and then Anglo Gold Ashanti, they shouldn't see themselves differently from the people if you carry the people along, in fact, say, when I organize deba, when I call communities, when I community deba, meaning to say the cost of production and cost of nipa yetua kano. What do you call it? Yentimi. And I say, you may make compromises. If you are not first uba, yetua say 100 cedis per hour. And then for the sake of say the beer will be a bibidia coffee intino. Let's agree. Say your cost of production here didn't cost no intino. Let's cut it to about say 50 cedis per hour. Say the beer, each and every person or can take something home.
So my request
you may not necessarily reduce the numbers.
Yeah,
I mean these are dialogue. Yeah. So, dialogue. Yeah. Let us not look at they say abrofuna or mobile no mu portion no. I say you feel master servant kind of relationship. No?
Yeah.
If you don't have data, you go down to the people, sit down with them, let them know. You see, Ghana boy say, I am telling you. The only thing says, would the truth no? But if you engage them, you'll be surprised. What do you call it? Akwenya.
Okay.
Normally, yeah. Cost to call them. They will enjoy.
Ona Michael Kofi Ochre Befi MP for Kofi Kofi That I'm sure was Kofi MP.
Yo mi ram das bebre me de ncha kese ma mikro mu hini. Das bebre na kwakubuati yon toso mensa. Ene Kofodua fo nyina ne titu de bia de meka no. Me chia Kofodua fo nyina enzo bi de aseda kese ma omo a nyame ahira omo Kofodua no mo bibi ndwuma na Kofodua fo nya biye. Safo no me da wanse papa mo na mamma Kofodua akoradim. Na ye constituency nso agina na so nyame nhira mo me ka de say ya me man panimfo ni nyina afishapa me ncha kese nso ma mira telabi and madam for power parliament.
Oh, okay.
Na me ne dream bom mpa ba me boma na na nso boma no da bia me ne ka ho asem se mpa bo da bia me boma no because he has served this party very very well odna kuma pa awo e asum party no na me gidi say the econo or say nipa bi say no ye kai because no betia ye djuma no da bia me ka say politics ye no ana ye no ye hu say binum so sacrifice esim binum in his life as an MP. I think there's his fourth term. Our parliament obia obewo parliament bia enim say he has paid his dues to both NDC and parliament. And he has also written his name in gold in the annals of history as far as NDC history is concerned. People like that don't want to be young in film. Tira mampeni wadaroma. Mpemini minya kwasinsia. Eni yenya mukao nyina ase. Yenye munkai no. That's it. Yo, makane say we no champion for no. I think many aji say the ye kasa no. Aji say this is the way to go. You see, over the period, no, ya jiji ni mebibiri atuma ya nhwe eni mani ye ni ehun se ebe hayen. Intime enra matras ya adwe ho come follow that story where enra na bise ene. Me de blame no answer na memma abusuafo ya akono. Me de blame ni nyina me de to journalist any politicians here na so. Emi no ni akoso problems no. That is where the blame must see. Yendika and diagnose yariano. Finding a solution to the yariano will be very difficult. It be just say they also say I'm doing it without any shade of fear or doubt. And I say Omo koso sa sabe kafache de sisi a enwan bi ahwe mo nkwa no. Ama the MPC beti Ghana yate sisi nipa nkono ahwe mo nkwa me de me kofi befi me nyina journalists am Ghana ha me di komu na so any politicians ye ne yaye ye mienu o se gitum ye to aso
journalists ne politicians
yes
ye ne akosi we
ye akoso that because see the politician now has become so power drunk. The politician of today has become so powerful in disguise, in his own, thinking and in the world. Yeah. Living in the world of, excuse my language, in the world of, I don't want to use certain words. I don't pay. Say, who ding? Do you take candy pe? On my ben them renim mirror. On my bay. Anything for my young fam brand juma. Your person stella no my coso. It can't happen like that. On my yambra. Say the bear and brand be chere. Nemrano. Aboya me to your boy bra. Nti emra na ebe ye no na sa tete enuma koko a obi a wona dwuma oye police ni also obo ho ban no hwe so ye the security person obsuje ni ko hwe bia na dwuma de say also obo ho ban no hwe obo nipa e ho ban. Nobody is talking about that. Listen to commentary to no and then obi a kan nkofu ewu na okay nkofu no so omo ye dwuma wo Angola Shanti nkofu omo kwa go be ko mo e. And nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, so soldier for now more
buying. And nobody's talking about that. Why are we not talking about that? Are they also no human beings? Are they no Ghanaians? And therefore, me can say, ye my bush for Yako. I said, ya. Yan tears and pine and answer. Then so, maybe you do as a minor. Me say Ghana, yan here who ya. More journalists and more Ghana. Any young politicians, you bought my enough in the end and money you buy. Because you ain't any PBM in your so. Because now, yes, you have a several of my best mine. All journalists, what or human is over some of mine. Me politicians, be some of mine. Now, me some of mine enough for me create panic or me create me incite people to go and cause mayhem. Now, we are, now say, and you nyare, near Tanya Kofi, near Koda, you da, you did. That is not enough. And the medical canon, I'm person channel so say. On my emrawo, but journalists, I'm working has this year. Money young politicians, the I after more durable, and politicians. Because you who see you want to do. Kasa, what videos are go around? NDC cannot take themselves out of this excuse my language, this stupidity. NDC only to be unsure from him. I mean, no sure from him. Only to be essential. Videos are being run. And just say, only the council song of what to say. You catch us say, na you uye, uti boy me to be ya, you back way, back see. Uye, I bet you are NDC. But we've seen the videos. What video be ya? National organizer of NDC, Okasaye, Ignati. One day, Sami Jemfi, Okasaye, if you need, be a video. No. Begin to say that is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. Politicians, you, and then Baba, after the if you ask for now, says, there be a share inquiry any interest. That is not the way to go. I'm telling you, my brother. Begin said. Me no na kamibria fa mra ho ne ne manti me pese me yisa de waka no ono expect that area cause society by chemist into on the something se bia sesa afa ho me pese me can political stuff. What we need to do as politicians, we have to be very responsible in our utterances. They me can and then on my Ghana and one here build you yen you masoja for. Say na say soldier juma no any police juma ni go a Ghana obi abiti me chi obi okwan won say ka be bode kuno ko soldier ni me so be ko. Now the politician is threatening the soldier man. The politician is threatening the policeman. Say me work for Bobby aso oba ho na be gina me kun wona me yiwadi. Is that the way to go? Sami pe no I hope mind him. And no na politician ye pe. Ye ni na me kum politicians. Yes ye ni powerful. That is not the way to go, my brother. We have to sit up. I was saying by consensus, young politicians. You who say, "On mine, you have some of mine, you have met now mine so." I don't think, Anna, say, "Kafrachi, say, obi yebi." Say, politician, or Namwa, or say, "Meka, traffic crowd, me fan chain, police force of me, come, imuno na say police for am hwe so mo boy ho ban any armed forces for asem yemu ya di ha ye frɛ mo no so you go mo dwuma na Ghana mra the judicial system or the judicial system that you hold the judicial system no e collapse yen ankasa yen politician kele ni wia na ye institutions aka uria avere say unam wia na bisi so bia na mokura sika yi udi gwasa na boto obi etimi chebe because that is what we want and the person the Ghana but that is not the way to go it me case say me what I'm saying I don't stand to be corrected I'm telling you in plain words say asema esi we nyina na me ko be fi nko na meka and I made get I don't stand to be corrected me nobody can correct me say the make ni nyina no me the politician any journalist abuwa no na politician no me the swear end this way since the one am call kasa
Dambe.
But you have seen the video Mira.
No, I have not.
It's okay but don't video no Mira on video bia. You saw when you were interviewing your correspondent.
Yeah.
Well, only asando. But I was just noticing some points down. O correspondent no. Ono so you go as for. I'm telling you. Adom TV correspondent now interviewing on the page. Only there cause.
Why the?
Did you see the way he was talking? What is
the information available to you on the air?
Information available to where? You Ghana. And
no, baby, I'll pick you information. Hold on, when you're there,
be onim. You know, videos are Ghana. Obi, I don't know what
recent video and
I was speaking to the police. Maybe Bahai.
Okay.
I was speaking to the police. I was speaking to the 2 MPs. I was speaking to Angola Shanti Madam for a senior person.
Okay.
Obia can say, many soldier for Kasa, many Obia Kasa. And the Metias na me Kasa way different, Baby, and I may draw my conclusions every the matter seeing them. And I make Kasa, yeah, here, see, everybody in Obuasi, Obuasi Bia, because my family Obuasi.
Okay.
Obuasi mean you ho, now you make the pressure field. It mean you when we go for a no or a senior manager, no, or it's not me to minimum. And Obuasi bien say, baby, I said no, Edenye, including your correspondent, only correspondent Nam Chenche, and we'll be said direct questions or the Nam Chenche. That is the kind of hypocrisy I'm talking about. Journalists have become hypocrites. They can't talk.
Because agura
that
will be found
and I make a choice say into the as I make no me blame politician maybe me home me home film me say politician and journalists not until we set up sir away it was needless nipa enkroma we who say nipa tete what videos mirror it's I mean you say we need you to me here yes so nipa and say na nipa no that's it videos mo wu no and these guys a pouring the man on Mukutano. Hey, the soldier man I also spoke to, who is on the ground, told me, say, their tolerance level was so high. I say, Omono, then call for because he was a senior person. I say, won't be tolerating him. I say that. But it got to a time, the only way out for them, I said, go for the column. For them to shoot. And they shot without even thinking, say, because at that time no, they were seriously at risk. And now only trained military people. I would need also at that particular time. Mira, they make a question say, as much as I person and you know, we have to think about what the consequences, which is very important. Yeah, yes, yes, I couldn't. Do you know who say? AGA for no. Omako Minerals Commission, Nakoji Minerals mining license. Omo concession. O mine no ni krona mo permission so mo nyadwuma. Yeah. Now galam say ya na o say e hokodon any whatever I da ho no. Tio what people don't know and people are refusing to know say in 2016 AGF for no omo CD 60% of the mining concession at the mine. O mine no. So for galam say yes.
Small scale miners.
Small scale miners, let me call it small scale miners. And these numbers are there, verifiable. It's normally conformity year. Under policy of AGA, which is very.
But almost say that's 60%. almost na age we say no my almost be 30 years that's what did dimuama asane sa
Obuasi gold nsa die gold a Ghana ha ensa baby a gold nsa Obuasi ka ho Kenya se ka ho Adom ka ho esunya ni main road in between new areas no how ka ho gold nsa
so na but it see fence
the policy of AGA I say policy no recruitment policy they give first option to the inhabitants.
Free Obuasi to implement opportunity be about
30,000 now numbers of Kotuno.
Yeah.
Best about 80% if you or 90% if you're Obuasi. And expected policy no per laws of this country. Won't be Valbroni if you be Mama Juma man trans CSA. Or Juma also train you be.
Okay.
No, this is Juma no a very technical. Obedient to be here for some time. And also train you be. So clearly, these people have not gone wrong anyway. What is more, after some almost sitting with Brian Crawford, almost some people other sites. Say go for small scale miners. But how can you enter somebody's house? Till who say the person must not be armed. Me bow fear have a twash also. Me boo you come. You me moye. Ne who? Is what we are saying? Is there any principle like that in this world? So let us not assume that these people the BIA. Yes, you are calling for investigations. Now, commentaries ni BIA blame armed forces for. Armed forces for no blame any pa. Yeni anum ne ekrunio aniom. Yeni ho chere ma omni e come some why. Na safo ne boy here now we are blaming them. In the end, obi anye the ope Ghana. No. Look at the utterance of the woman organizer of NDC. One who Obuasi is one man no. Video me me watch na munyina mu here mu print mu. Or say no. Mo why near winning elections no. Mo boy near winning elections where we are. Mo obi amfa na soso, obi amfa na touch, obi amfa na mo nko mo wura mo nko tu gold mo nko egivo mo nko gold. Obedient to be stop him. How can you make such an irresponsible statement? And nobody's talking about it. Obia can nipa na wawuno and obia blame obia can. And go for no but nipa na wu ya. But ye who say a binumu ecosystem semso in the name of power. Now power has been given to you. Power near the amount. Make sure you're not biased. Investigations way investigate between redeem between the lines. Said they have already taken decisions.
Oh, how?
I'm talking to you as a brother and a minion.
Conclusion has been made.
The conclusion has been established.
So what's the conclusion?
Conclusion is that soldier for na ekunko soldier for nyomadi. And mark my words. See what? That's what happened.
Oh, say investigative team na
nobody will incriminate you. I'm telling you on authority. Nobody will incriminate or have any issue with any journalist who made an irresponsible statement. Nobody will have a problem with a woman organizer. Our Kasembi.
But
nobody will have a problem with national organizer. Our come making statement. All these people no. Obia Kasem no. Obia Bakase. Soja for no and the call Honda. I'm going to Ashanti for. Why are we even saying say I'm going to form Fahoka?
No, but that is the first thing.
No,
seriously, because you see,
I'm not saying that it's not good, but I'm just saying that you have to also care about them.
Yes.
What you fear now, or comfort about fear, or round fear me come, or say me solo, me traho. Now, me come, or when you come with me, body to her, and I make challenge, which is bad. Which is not good.
Good. Yeah.
No, me I'm it's supposed to be like that.
No, yeah, that is what
we have to be. But we don't need to work like that.
You see, the point is,
me say NDC in Obuasi constituency East. No, they have been very irresponsible, and I don't stand to be corrected. Thank you very much.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to go.
No, me sometimes say we can't. But I mean, can't. Now, another important thing that I also establish.
Eti unim mam kakrebu husaka. Boy see your commerce me also mukutwa bet kakra no munye bi gomboto. No man ko jim for concession.
No, I was going to say something on that side.
And when they am come raso. Am come right here. Every say me come la eba. E be talk so bedwam esu e ba is here. Yes, am akwa ba bie menim say boys no enya bie gombotom. So unya bia mempa ba. Aka say we are 12 and number 6. There will be another live draw. And so why? Kosunya gidi netwa. In the first 120 days of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I by May, betting tax should be off. To dear, what do you want to do now? Honorable Befi.
And I make a say, Mira tell me about engagement. Let me do I think it's very important.
Okay.
No mining companies, no, so I must say because now, in our community development units and community relations units. I think there should be constant engagement with the people, which is very important also in business. Now, not only mining, because all your Juma will be community. I say, I don't know from the joy more, if I say,
Kokomlemle.
Once a while, maybe community engagement just to know what the people also think about you and what they even expect you to do for them. These are things that we have to know. Modern business, I mean, things that I also, and I think and the view, they never can make it be a day trap at all. And young people, young pay on expectation, and the real expectation would too. Almost expectation back when more the real expectation. The real expectation here, who say we are pass also nya. So that one and him you know the be the consequence of that expectation or the action lead action here one and go we and I am for force on and I am rituals rituals. That's what they do. And that is not the way to go. Till say when the be so unya we are pay unya na ope ahoden adwumaden ene obrapa ene de bo na nyame ehirawo so nyame pe ene ohiripa nipa bia nka ho ento we say yeyi wadi anase unya adwuma anase mining company come opportunities be adwuma now so they own person adwuma we because ukwa on betu 1,000 and 5,000 na ba wo person one na wo ko lead community mining no say be obenya 1 million at once. That is not the way to go. And the imagine them about Madawroma, Miss Remo, near Obuasi, baby, I too a good year. Baby, a tree biano, who say, be a cracker, or life no, Ufiasi and ne, one coachra, Menis up and Nibia Huno, say, or is Kenny, or Bacassi, the petit true, Ufiasi and Nana or Channel Bay, petit true. What cut to the mail, or call Yam, or call them. So,
but some no.
That is the problem.
You go through a certain meal.
That's the problem we have.
Maybe I think one or the other, the lifestyle of the politician, quote unquote, and man look at say, getting rich in a day is easy to come by. Because me can when the colleague be on any real level.
It can be possible.
Or when you know a dime back single room. The colleague in the core politics within 2-3 years, I feel Otofio is legal. Otofio cantonment.
There be Otofio Airport Hill.
Airport Hills.
So how the people on your Jumada? No Otofio Airport Hill.
It is a bandit and Hadrian said.
Maybe I was only panning your Jumada. Maybe I was Otofino meeting. Also Otofio Airport Hill.
Go if you actually bad.
Airport Hill, the Otofio was said the next day. Big boy.
Onim
I don't go for young people over politics.
Onim. The Mokano, to a large extent, no.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I'm missing something.
Okay.
Have you taken a critical look at a crop of persons? Be as you see, we classify them as
politicians.
No. Almost celebrities.
Okay.
Influencers.
Yeah. Influencers.
Yeah.
Have you taken time and while assessing the impact of these people on the lives of the young ones.
Okay. Living that fake life on social media.
Which is leading to that Yahoo ADN way be brain. One year, son, woman to me, and one year no local. You see, unfortunately, the politician is the one on the table to be able to make trouble. But I'm telling you that the people down there are influencing the lives of these young ones. You can't imagine. It is not different from even when you go to the US. The reason why the white man would not want to live in a community with a black man, because bad influence.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I'm telling you, bad influence.
No, that's the truth.
It is happening.
Bad influence from the black man.
Yes. Because of course in the black community, no. One more baby and tem. And that is what we also want to have. We don't take our time. We don't want to tarry. We want it. And that is the kind of thing. Because and then what do you see? Those celebrities in Kano, all they do is they flaunt and then Obuasi dan kakaka. No, they are bad. Social media. This is the house I always see. How many people, how many politicians now betis almost display, almost dying. This is who now I'm telling you. And yes, some politicians. But I'm telling you, sir.
Some politicians who have not worked before, like
we
you.
Are,
like you, working at Ken University. Some politicians who have not worked,
I don't have a house or airport here.
That's the but young politicians who have not worked before.
Properties were Ghana, but we are losing. You see, we are focusing on the politicians, and we are leaving a certain crop of people who are influencing the lives and changing. If for one of the destiny of the young ones, very brilliant. I'm not saying music is not good. I'm not saying go into the creative industry. It's not good. But I'm telling you, sir, there are people when we branching those areas. One folks say that is a quick way to make money.
Yeah, because those talent are even living fake lives.
Most of them seriously,
fake lives,
and it is having an impact on the youth. I am telling you. Look, I is here because of who say, this is my mate. Now he's doing this, he's doing that. I see him first class, not plane, first class.
That's the
point. Oh, it's
first class. It happens a lot. I'm telling you.
And also that is also
first class.
I have seen people. I will see many tip plane. Me as a politician, maybe tip business class.
Yeah.
And I'm a T economic
class.
Premium.
Okay.
T economic premium. No T first class. Maybe I make go use washroom. Oh, hey, no. You see, you're not my bigger cash.
Oh, not the first class.
And so those things are real. Now, Mr. say, now we relax on the politicians for some time, because you see the politician in the country has become so vulnerable, yet we suffer a lot, especially members of parliament.
We suffer.
Look, and yet easy. Recently, my colleague be say, look, it is because we don't tell our story, and I'm happy. Say, Honorable Babi, Speaker Babi, wasan atnasubium. Now, okay, maybe you say God has brought him back because it's a better the life of the parliamentarian after.
It's serious.
It's serious. Every MP is thinking about the constituents. So who say MPB should be or they call the constituents?
Madam Fubise said, we are as a day, ya board, yeah. I said, if I content them, now
and you would want to do that because woman and woman to about the mouth. And now the economic situation is also such that when the people come, they come with genuine demands. Now you cannot turn your back on them. And let's say Ghanaians say yes, some of the politicians
Yeah.
Very bad, but you share. My no and ye dream and fee areas I make because it is also having a bad influence on the youth, and that's the reason why. And I pay me grantee. I don't know who was interviewing them. Call Anglo Good Horn. Or see, you could be. You better call. You better call near Kuye. You better call near Kuye. It is maybe I call. Very serious, and we need some intervention. Not just physical, some psychological, intervention. People must be spoken to. Now, the life is not all about getting money. Though money, is everything. But too much, you become a vegetable. Like what is happening now? See, can you imagine? Say Nipano where we, if Ampa. Now there's life after death. I will be to be who the ekoso to the mutilated body now. We are sure, sir. Obejina want to know we put. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I do this to myself? And we need to really do something about the young ones. Let's be modest as leaders. Let's be modest as leaders. Now you inculcating that into the young ones. Okay. Because at the end of the day,
but it's a man for mentality now, especially when you call mining sector now. Ye jaima or manager Padiaka Sia or man for Nabena Soden, Yadema Aho. Or Mobanson is a class of more tax waivers near the other.
See, for me, I don't see some of them are very strategic. Okay. Some of the investments they are very strategic, and I believe say on mine, me as a trade minister, former deputy trade minister. And I'm in charge of industry, me who say my way now, because when we say extractive industry, a career sector, it will grow economy in terms. Yeah, year, and the numbers are one. Actually, some of them strategically you have to get them in. Okay. What do you be back? You pass it. Parliament 2022, you pass it. Exemption Act, Act 1038. Already Act 1038 now, Section 13. 14, 15. They also know about the exemptions in that. Okay. 13 talks about the Free Zones Act and exemptions and the Free Zones. One. Okay. And 14 talks about the general incentives. 15 talks about the strategic investment incentives for the more exemptions, which is very critical. Some of the businesses live on ma. Or mine. Yeah. The dending. Because a very strategic investment. Into Uhiano, also motivating number. How do you get them in? Into Uber motivating Namana Bano. Then also the B2 table so. And no be a bear math water, be BT or your competitor. Because who say in the sub region or sub-Saharan Africa, per investment about Ubi Atrium. Yeah. More free zones, they make us say, free zones investment. Per investment about free zones, Ghana free zones. Cote d'Ivoire for any year compete on the same level. Now Cote d'Ivoire for any year compete, how do we beat them? We have to put on the table something that is very lucrative. A bit actually invest in Amanaba. Okay. And don't think any money may be by a macro and Ghana and yet so lucrative because if you have 10 years tax holiday, I can say 10 years tax holiday near Mao. After 10 years, you pay 15% tax. Not a Cote d'Ivoire because say okay, Mao 10 years tax holiday. Investment, then after 10 years, you pay only 1%. Na Ghana, after 10 years, you are paying 15%. How can you compete with them? And to be said, some of the businesses in the extractive industry, Ghana for any capacity to do it. Because the investment is huge.
Okay, for like large scale mining.
Large scale mining.
You need Ghana for like almost some more do skasemu.
You said you can't boom Ghana for FM consortium. Okay. And that is one of the problems that should be. Best me know you unko. Well, sir, Ghana home na the BI person me. We have to now move on to running cooperative businesses and joint ventures because say if me exam now so near I mean African billionaires league table no yet we have to involve ourselves in big businesses because that go take investments no what it's cannot the year no yes can to no money business no So we call what they pick free zones investment. Ghanaians are venture to free zone almost got with the $2 million, $5 million. Whereas you go to Egypt and Morocco, if you have free zones, $1 billion, $500 million. You know, we don't get that from local people. That's the problem. In the extractive industry, mostly, here large investments and no can only fall under strategic investment. And no government. The current Exemptions Act, Emma Abain say or say Oteki shareholding, business.
Okay.
Unless you want to, and later on, the person can buy government out if you want it like that. Right? That's how the arrangement is now in the Act 1038 2022. So that is what happens. At the young as a nation, just a building and call for intentionally. Say, near area who support to give them the opportunity to one day take part in such procurements. Acquire such extractive businesses. Nobody employ nipa because no local mining company can employ more than 10,000 people. No. We move for the 30,000 for instance, almost 30,000 now can AG. And you know numbers local company be for nipa sa. Obi enti fa. And you say omunya a strategic partner to partner them or to take over the mines. And that's how it is here.
As you said, the Chinese model now, they intentionally built, you know, their local
people.
They intentionally do that.
But say me.
So yeah.
MP be sorry here and this one Emma Ibrahim Mahama. And this here be one tier say the MP be the Magdan.
Yeah. Like all a very good example. Yeah. Now, the business, a very solid, sustainable business. Solid, because me work, let me a deputy minister in charge of industry, so I work with him. And to be minister of cement. And all the cement business organ, I'm a minister. So I work with them. To be somebody who has a very important strategic business like this. No, government can intentionally be behind people like that.
But the party cannot intentionally allow the government to intentionally support this business. Because party penibiti baby and I say, Enna Ibrahim Mahama na ye buano, Obenye Skadia ko supported John Mahama.
No, but honestly,
because utie time ye din any phrase. Utie the conversation and sometimes you ask yourself, say, what kind of people are we? It means supporting you devoid of the political stand.
For me,
because for me, what young people need, or young this need.
For me, when young politics are make catch all the say, looking at the kind of investment that Papa Ghana, see, I see nyake see near kese Ghana ha, just a Ghana for Kamubo, and I say yes, here home, and I say here home say, Obia o ye o kuyi, you begin a cheat.
Yes, and I make us get it right. Okay, Ura Ibrahim Mahama ni Ezon Cubic. And yeah, Ghana Guano Yejuma.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ghana Guano Yejuma.
Sure.
And if you build such a person, now share the modus operandi, and Juma Oye near de Ghana Hanuma. He doesn't only support one side.
Yeah.
He's a people's man. And then Obi sending me video be or more kasa about Jata's jet, no sir.
Yeah, Jata jet.
And I'm who say when Ma Teresa we you know or the jet no members of parliament and you had call
or any them cook myself.
Yes,
any more enjoy.
You had call.
Oh no, but I say
you know such a person we need to really support.
Yeah, support it. Any amount of self. Maybe the questions here.
We need to
talk. Or trade that offer. If it's actual.
Okay.